All right, y'all, Rick's Smiley Morning Show from the streets of Atlanta to global hip-hop influence. You know him from classics like Let's Get It, Thug Motivation 101, and a legacy that helped shape trap music as we know it. Y'all, please welcome to the show, Snowman himself, Young Jeezy. What up, Jeezy?
Jeezy!
For the top, how you feeling, brother? How you feeling? Can y'all hear me?
Man, I'm good. We can hear you loud and clear. Happy to have you this morning. Thank you for waking up early.
Yes, sir. Got to do it for my guy, man. How you been, Rick?
Hey, I've been doing good, man. That Brat right there. Brat!
What up, boy? How
Brad,
you?
what's up, baby?
I'm
Come
chilling,
on,
baby.
baby.
I'm chilling,
Good.
chilling.
I'm good. I see you out there living. I love it. You know,
Yes,
my
good to hear
sister.
your voice. Absolutely.
Good to hear you.
Absolutely.
Man, I saw clips from the kickoff of your Legend of the Snowman Vegas residency, man. It looked absolutely incredible.
Yes.
I have to ask you, how did it feel when you stepped out on that stage this weekend?
And it was, this is something we've been working on for a second. It was surreal because, to get a Vegas residency is also a big deal, but to also see a vision actually unfold in front of, culture.
Yes.
And it was a real moment because, most people think this is a show. We've been seeing Jeezy for years. We're going to pull up. I think everybody left like, wow, like this was actually an experience. And that's what I was most excited about, the culture having an experience in the music capital of the world, the entertainment capital of the world.
Yes.
That's what's up. That's what's up, Jeezy. I just feel like, you keep reinventing yourself every time. Like you always add something fly to it each year and each time that we see you. I remember the first time I went to your video shoot, the first video you did in Miami.
Yeah.
And we was on that roof, bruh. First of all, nobody had ever gave me like $5,000 to just throw in the air. You know what I'm saying? So that was an experience right there for me. And I had been in the game for a minute. I was the brat. You know what I'm saying? Like doing my thing. But I was just happy for that experience. Thank you to you and Meech for, showing me that. And it was just like, wow, it was a whole new thing for the whole culture. You know what I'm saying? So when you look back at Let's Get It and Thug Motivation 101, did you realize at that time you were shaping a whole movement in hip hop, bro?
You know what it was? For me, I just wanted to be heard under the circumstances, with everything going on in real life. You didn't know if you was going to be around. So I put everything I had into that album. Yep. And probably the best thing I ever did, probably, that year when you had your roughest year and you wrote in your journal and you wrote every page and it was real. And you go back and read that journal 20 years later and you go, damn, I did the right thing. You know what I mean? So for me, I did the right thing by putting my life and my truth in that album because 20 years later, that's still my foundation. Yep. And I told him back then I was a corporate thug. So I ain't telling no lies. I'm still corporate thugging.
Yep.
Do you feel like your impact on trap music is fully recognized, or is it still, more credit due?
It's crazy, Ricky. Like I never looked at it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like when you take Martin Luther King. Like I don't think he was looking at it. He was going to be a civil rights leader. Right. He was just doing what was in his heart. For me, I'm a story of the truth for the people. So like for me. Never really, because I was in the trap. I definitely didn't want to, to be the king of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but I never looked at it like that. But what I do love, and you know how much I love Tupac, is that he stood for something. And I think what I stood for, the trap element in it, but what it was, the bigger vision was becoming something that could evolve. You know what I'm saying? Like coming from that and representing that, but also being greater than that because you're bigger than your circumstances. So when people say trap, to me, I kind of look at it as like they kind of trying to box you in a little bit because it's almost like you can't look at, some of the greats and just put them in the box. And to me, like trap is such a small piece of who I am and a small piece of what our culture is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, that's just one thing, but we so much more. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
So what would you say, speaking of, what was the hardest lesson you had to learn while transitioning from, those street narratives to mainstream success?
Ooh. Man, you gotta go to war with yourself, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a worthy opponent. You know what I mean? I hate to have to fight me, I had to really do some soul searching, and you know, and I'm serious about, you know, this. This is way bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a, you know, nobody's mentor. I ain't trying to be. I'm just like, my mission in life is to show my people that you can do anything you want to do, and you can go in and deal with things that you've been through and become a better individual in whatever field you in. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, for me, it was spiritual, it was clarity, it was all these things. But, you know, I'd realized, like, black men, we don't got no outlets, and we don't got nobody to look at and say, damn, you see how he did that? That's my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day I get up, I'm like, how can I do this better? Can I be better? How can I get this information back? How can I show my people? How can I get my people here? How can I get them there? That's what the Vegas was all about. It's like, we supposed to be there. It wasn't no opening weekend. That was our welcome home party. Like, how the hell we not in Vegas?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
You
feel
said
me?
that. You said that. I had to fight myself, and I am a worthy opponent. I'm taking that home.
Yeah, me too. We gonna steal that from you.
I'm
We gonna
taking
borrow that one. So look, Jeezy, has fatherhood, maturity, and life experience changed the way you approach music now, the way you write?
I think it approaches the way that I carry myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of the music that I wrote that people love was catalog music, you know, and I respect that, you know what I mean? Because that's when I was going through the realest things. But, you know, fatherhood has definitely shaped why I make my decisions, why I carry myself, and why I live my life. You know what I mean? Even on the health tip, you know, I know you just had, you know, a child, so congratulations. And it's just like,
Thank
you know,
man.
you want to be you want to be here for your kids. Like, you want to be here. You want to be healthy. You want to be peaceful. You don't want to be stressed out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's
You
just
don't want to
like,
be cussing
that's
people
how,
out.
right. You know, y'all know Young Jeezy. Y'all don't play now. Y'all know.
Yeah, I know now. Yeah, I know now.
Right.
Yes.
So, but now I'm in such a good place, and you know, it's nothing but love around me. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like, for me, like, that's how I base my decisions. So I'm not about to go out here and do nothing crazy, because I love my life. I love my kids. I love, you know, my culture. I love what I do. That's how I make my decisions, based on if this is aligned with my peace or not. Because if it ain't aligned with my peace, I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Now, Jeezy, I know, and speaking of love, so now I know you've been busy and been working and doing all your concerts.
I already know what this is.
Yes, Jeezy. Yes, sir. I couldn't wait to talk to you.
You've been sitting back there laying.
Hey, Jeezy, the sniper. Sniper.
So, Jeezy, first question. I mean, have you seen the Jackson movie?
I have not. I heard good things, though.
Yeah, good movie. Because I was going to ask you, so have you spoke with Nia?
Well, I have not. I haven't spoke with her.
Oh, okay.
How did she do?
She did great, Jeezy, in the movie. She played
Congratulations.
Catherine Jackson. She did a great part. I loved her part in the movie, though, so she's doing good. But anyway, moving on from there, so are you dating these days?
What you think? You just sit around and play PlayStation all day?
I'm focused. I'm focused.
That means none of your business. Yeah.
What'd you say, Jeezy?
He focused.
You focused?
I'm focused. Say, look, the same thing I've been telling you for 10 years. I'm focused.
Right.
I was hoping you would hurry and change that answer.
And you always talked about ownership. What does financial freedom actually look like to you today?
I mean, it's betting on yourself.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, betting on yourself. I mean, you know, can't nobody pay me to do something that I do. So I think you got to bet on yourself. That's what gives you, you know, the freedom and just, you know, the range to do things that are, you know, just colossal. You know, because if you're doing it and somebody's paying you to do it, that's not freedom. And you know, from my first mixtapes to my first albums, my first videos, like even what Brad was talking about, you know, I paid for it myself. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That allowed me the freedom to be who I am, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I didn't never have to like conform to any type of system, you know?
So Jeezy, was that the game changer for you? Was that the one business move that completely changed your trajectory when you started paying for your own stuff?
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, that was what I did. I think what changed my trajectory was, just self growth. You know what I'm saying? Because now I can see farther. I can dream bigger. I'm not just taking the information that I'm getting, directly from people that know I'm going outside of the box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to, just know, like, if Young Jeezy 2005 met Young Jeezy today, what would they argue about?
Man, probably what they wearing. Jeezy today, like, he like to tailor suits. You know what I mean? Jeezy back then, he wanted to wear Dickie suits. You know what I mean? So, they're probably bump heads there. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go. We gonna go Dickie suit or a Mary suit. We gotta figure it out.
When we look back on them clothes, boy, it's hard to watch, boy. Facts.
Yes. I want to know what's a misconception that people have about you.
I don't really think. Well, if you know me, I don't think there's any misconceptions. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my life was chaotic, and I'm in a great place now. You know what I mean? I think that when people look at you and think you're supposed to be, somebody they met in '05, I think that's very confusing. I mean, Rickey Smiley, I met him in '05. He's definitely not the same Rickey. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Stomach and all, dog. Hey, man, man, I just want to, say that, man, thank you for always supporting us. And, we always support you, and thank you for coming on the show. I just appreciate everything you do. And I want to let everybody know, everybody all over the country. Hey, Jeezy, we just went on in Philly, man. Say what's up to everybody in Philly right quick.
Oh, man, I love Philadelphia, man. Y'all got to pull up on me out of Las Vegas, man. Come see the Residency. Philly always in the building, man. I love Philly to death. They always show me love. So shout out to Philly, baby.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all get your tickets to the additional dates. Just add it to this Vegas Residency, man. Listen, man, Legend of the Snowman. Hey, Jeezy, let everybody know where they can get their tickets.
You can get the tickets right now at legendofthesnowman.com. or Ticketmasters, baby. Y'all pull up on me. Y'all know what it is, man. Appreciate y'all. Rickey, love y'all. Congratulations, Brett. Y'all know what it is.
Thank you so much.
Love,
We're going to pull up to that Residency. My
Yes,
wife
sir.
want to
We
go,
love you
so
too.
we're going to come in that thing sharp.
Come on.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, now.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for Jeezy in the building. Yes, sir. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.